Well, today on Nation, a window cleaners podcast, we're talking all about beyond the squeegee. What's out there? What add-ons can you do that actually sell, that actually are profitable and are not too far from your wheelhouse? I mean, you can't do something that's absolutely opposite for what we do. But that's what we're talking about today. So if you're a window cleaner or pressure washer, anybody in the industry looking to get into one or the other, this is going to be a good episode. So stay tuned to WCR Nation. What's up, everybody? Jersey here from windowcleaner.com, and you are here. What is up? If it's your first time here, have a look around. Hopefully you enjoy the show because there's almost 8 years of content every single week for 8 years. It's a lot. Go back, listen. If you're on Spotify, say what's up. Make sure to follow me on Spotify. Share the episode. Do all that stuff that people tell you to do. And throughout the episode, I'm going to tell you a secret code to put into the comments of Spotify. That way, you're one of the cool people, one of the cool kids. Anyway, let's get right into it. So there are a lot of other things that you can do. Now, I'll tell you, your business is like a light. You can either be a floodlight or a laser. Now, stupid analogies aside, if you do everything and you're a jack of all trades, you're a master of none. Right? If you do house painting, dog poop, grass cleaning, or grass cutting, house cleaning, window cleaning, if you do all of that, you're not good at any of it because you don't do it enough. But if you come to me and I say, I'm a window cleaner, it's all we do, 8 hours a day, every day is clean windows. I've got to be really good at it, right? There's value to that. So when I talk about add-ons and all that, I'm really not talking about going kind of berserk and doing everything, but I'm a really big proponent of we're an exterior cleaning service, so everything exterior in the house. I know we do inside window cleaning, but you know what I'm saying, anything and everything we can do. And we're going to talk about a few that I really like, add-ons that are kind of in that wheelhouse that you may not have thought about and could really bring in some money. And the first one is one that I have a love-hate relationship with this. Literally, I am either really gung-ho or I'm not. And it's screen repair. Now, screen repair is very simple to do, but takes a bit to do well. And that sounds weird until you do your first screen. If you guys are doing rescreening, you'll get done with the whole thing and it'll be too tight. The frame will be warped, or there'll be kind of like a wave in the screen because it's too loose. There's like a whole lot of things that can kind of go in. So it does take a little bit to kind of really figure out the process, but it's a really good add-on. And here's the thing that I like to do with screen repair. Now, when you're at a customer, every customer that's a house has screens. They may not even be up, but they have them in a closet somewhere. So not only will we maybe damage a screen, so I want to be able to do it, but also screens are worn, screens are ripped, bird damage, just sun rotted. I mean, there's so many things that kind of can be for screens. So we offer screen cleaning, which is part of the service if you want. Screen cleaning, by the way, is $5 a screen is what we're charging. It's pretty average. But screen repair is its whole other thing. And what we do in all of our trucks is we take screens off-site. We've tried it on-site. We had like a screening table, and if somebody wanted it, we do it there. But it just added so much time, and it was just like weird. There was no real emergency to get them back. Weird. But here's what we'll do. We always say, when we do a screen, we'll have them back within 7 days. And that's a lot of time for screens. So even if you can't get them to that day, you still got kind of the option. But one of the things that we do when taking the screens off is you want to name the screen, right? Master bedroom left or whatever. Put a little piece of tape on there. If you do that, it ends up being really pretty beneficial. Now, we did the tape for a while, and I've given this kind of tip before, and people didn't really like it, but because all the windows are slightly different, there's the frame that you can see that's next to the screen, and then there's like the top. We write in permanent marker up there. You'll never see it. It's inside the frame. Some people don't want to graffiti on people's stuff, but that's what we do. That way it can't ever fall off. It can't dry up. It can't blah, blah, blah. But that's if we're doing rescreening. Now, rescreening starts at like $40 a screen. We will rescreen it, new spline, new screen, wipe it down, clean it up. And if there's tabs, we oil the tabs. So we condition the frames also. And people are really kind of happy to have that done. Now, you can bring it to a hardware store or do it yourself. I know that. But we bring it with us, do it all, deliver it back. And that convenience is worth a price. Now, when our guys will bring screens back, we have this rack, if you will. It's kind of built out of 2x4s in the back of our trucks. And if you're bringing screens, you just set this rack up real quick. It's just got like wing nuts and it's like kind of a wooden U with some legs so that the screens stand up and don't fall over and all that other stuff. But you can fit a ton of screens in there. And there's days that like 2 customers may have that. So they bring them back to the shop, and then in rain times, if there are any, or in my off time, or in a weekend if you want weekend work or after hours or whatever, we always have screening options to be done. To have to be done in my head and what we do in 7 days, but that's more than enough time. And think about this. Everybody has screens. I mean, the Windows came with screens. I don't know if they still have them, but you know what I'm saying. And it's in our wheelhouse because we're cleaning the window. We could also fix the screen. And I'm telling you how many times you can upsell just even bad screens. Like, hey, we were cleaning the windows. Those screens are pretty bad on that one side. Looks like the sunny side. We do repair screens. We'll take it with us. I tell them my spiel, blah, blah, blah. Adds a nice little ticket. So screen repair is a good one that is there. It takes a bit to master, but it's kind of beneficial. And by the way, if you're writing in the notes, tell me each of the add-ons that you do. That's a big, not notes, in the comments. That's a big comment to put all the things, but tell me what you do. I would love to know. Then I also know that you're listening. And it creates engagement and all the other stuff. Anyway, the next one is actually one of the most specialized but easy and high earning things you can do. And it's scratch removal. Now, I'm a huge fan of Glass Renew. I've known those guys forever. I've owned the full system way back when. I have systems now from them. I don't even clean professionally anymore. I have their hard water kit, and I love the product. It's fantastic. It's mind-blowing what it can do. There's a lot of products out there. Glass Renew, by far my favorite. I'll get to the shameless plug, but you guys know, if you ever have questions and stuff, ask me. But Glass Renew does hard water all the way up to scratches, and you can even get a fingernail. Scratch removal also consists of acid etching, which is graffiti on windows. You've probably seen that like white stuff with like drips. It doesn't come off of glass. That's acid etching. Comes off with Glass Renew. So scratch removal is a more expensive thing to get into, but the payout is astronomical. I'll tell you, this was a long time ago, 15 years ago, probably longer than that actually, that I got into Glass Renew. When I bought my system, they're like $3,800 now for the full kit. It was like $3,500. My first job that I ever did with it was over $4,000 for my first job. So not only did I pay my labor, I paid for the system. And I had originally got it as kind of like a backup, and then realized that nobody can do the scratch removal. I mean, malls, every entrance, hotels, every entrance, houses, you got, dogs in the back, on the back view, it's my patio doors, and it's, $6,000 for a new door, and I can't. There's so many things you can absolutely do with scratch removal that it's one of the best add-ons you could possibly do. But it is not something, there's so many people, by the way, I'm going to go on a little rant here real quick, so hang on. If you own a business, there are things you have to do, like learn the trade, learn a thing. You have to maintain equipment. There's so many people who are like, oh, this happened. It's like, yeah, you have to tighten your clamps. Well, I'm not going to do that. What? You own a business. You have to do things in your business. Do you think this is like, there are easy parts of business, but there are also parts you have to be experienced on. That's why some businesses are better than yours. Not you. You know what I'm saying? Other people. But one of those things is training. You have to be trained. You have to learn it. We went and bought windows from Habitat for Humanity, Habitat Restore, because they sell them for like $20 to $40 for like a window with no frame, right? Or a frame but no like, actual thing. We just screwed them to a wall. And now I can practice as much as I want. I can have guys practice. I can clean it. I can restore it. I can do all that stuff. But it's ongoing. I also have been trained by those guys. They're out in California. You can fly out there and do training or fly them into you. And you're like, well, that's too much. I'm just going to buy this $400 kit and figure it out. Okay, you can do that too. But when it doesn't work, don't call 30 times being like, it doesn't work. I'm going to return it. No, it works. It's absolute science. You're doing it wrong. You expect me to be trained? Yes, you have to be trained on this stuff. We're making, I'll give you kind of an example. We would charge a third to a half cost of replacement. So in a pane, say a sliding door, right? What is that? Depending on how good of a selection it is for even numbers, that could be a sliding door would be $750, we'll say. So $750, I would charge $250 to pull scratches out of that. At $250, those scratches I could have, because I've done it enough, I could have that out in like 10 minutes. That's with talking because the people are watching me. Like, that is crazy money. But you can't just walk in and be like, well, I can just do, if you could just do that, then everybody would just do that. You have to be specialized sometime. And this is one of those that I always say, you really have to be trained, but don't give up on it. It is mind-blowingly amazing, but you have to kind of practice with it. But scratch removal is fantastic because here's the thing. I'm covering myself if we ever have scratches or are blamed for scratches. That's the big one. That insurance policy is way cheaper than trying to have an insurance policy that actually covers scratches because your general liability does not cover scratches. I would be willing to bet money it does not. Because what they say is if you scratch glass, then you did it wrong and you were neglect, basically. That's the problem. So I have now an insurance policy, but here's the other thing. I'm looking at windows all day, every day. Scratches pop up all the time. And guess what? If I have something else in my wheelhouse that makes me more valuable, that makes me more skilled, that makes me more than anybody else out there, it just adds value to my company. So scratches absolutely are one of those. I know guys that were window cleaners, started doing scratches, and only do scratches now. And that's cool too if that's what you want to do. They were making so much more money with scratches than they were with window cleaning, but I like to kind of have it all paired together. Again, jack of all trades is a master of none, but I want to be a master of the things I do select, the things I do want to do. Anyway, clip that. Real quick, I want to go off and give you my shameless plug. Man, it finally works on so many of you. It's absolutely amazing. If you've purchased through me supplies, or if you feel like you've ever gotten even an ounce of information from a podcast or any of that, that's the way you can repay me. Everybody always asks, do I have Patreon? How can they pay me? You don't pay me. Let me put your orders in. It costs you nothing, but I get paid. See? Win-win. Win-win for everybody. And then you have an awesome rep like myself. And I get paid and get to live this lavish lifestyle of sitting in front of a green screen and talking to myself. So if you haven't yet, pull out your phone. I'm going to give you my number. You're going to save it. Text me and just be like, yo, Jersey, I got your number saved. Let me know that you just saved it, and I want to know. My number is, are you ready? It's 862-312-2026. One more time, 862-312-2026. That's a cell phone. That's a VoIP, but, text me. Text me, call me, whatever you want to do. Absolutely. Text more than call because I'm on the phone most of the day. So I can text while being on the phone. And yes, my ADD allows me the superpower of being able to multitask very well. But do that because you're awesome, and I would love you to be awesome. Also, if you haven't yet, by the way, if you are part of the magazine and you're talking about it, I really just genuinely say thank you for that too, because talking about either me as a rep or talking about the podcast or talking about the magazine helps me reach more people. It helps me help more people in general, and it's phenomenal. So thank you guys. If you haven't gotten it yet, awcmag.com, paper magazine. Yes, you can read it on the turlet. Also, it comes with a sticker sheet every single month, custom stickers for window cleaners, and it's by window cleaners. It's just really good articles about how you can better your business. And guess what? Your competition does not have the magazine. You will have the magazine. Now you're better than them. If they have it and you don't, well, you get it. Also, you guys know I'm partnered now with Jobber, so please check it out. In the links anywhere, or even message me. I'll send you the link for 20% off of 6 months of service plus a free trial. Do the demo. You'll be blown away. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, so another thing that's paired with scratch removal is going to be hard water removal. Now, hard water, if you're listening and you're a window cleaner, I'm going to tell you this. Hard water is not, in my opinion, I'm going to preface it. Hard water is not something you do for free. That's a restoration. There's so many new people that are like, yeah, every job has hard water. Great. That's going to be an awesome upsell. Do not do hard water for free. Nobody is doing that for free. I mean, there are probably a couple of you out there that still also complain that you're taking too long and I can't make $100, $125 in my area. That's because you're doing too much for too little, right? Too little, too less. Anyway, so hard water is an awesome add-on. It is something that is easy enough that you could do. Training is pretty simple, and the restoration and the pricing is great. And I'll tell you, our restoration hard water starts at $25 a paint. So all of you people out there who do that for free, and they're like, oh, it's part of the cleaning. Understand, I charge $7.50 for the outside cleaning, but $25 for just the hard water. So if you think that that's just part of the service, that's what you're leaving on the table. It's more multiples of what I would charge for just the outside. Now, if it comes off with like the, good scrubbers, or if I have a walnut pad and it's really light surface, it comes off. But we're looking at the glass, not through the glass. If the customer does not want that, I always say the spiel, hey, everything turned out great, but in the front, you'll see some hard water that looks like water drops. That's mineral staining on the glass. And we can take that off for you. It starts at $25 a paint. Just let us know if that is driving you nuts. It's an acid wash process. We have to come back for that. But we can make them look perfect for you. And they go, literally, hundreds and hundreds of people have said this exact line. They go, oh, no, I didn't even notice it. It doesn't bug me at all. Something along those lines. Because we're looking at the glass. People look through the glass. And hard water's on the outside. They're looking through the inside to the outside. You don't see it. So it's not a big deal that all these people are like, well, water fed doesn't work because they can't get the hard water off. Yeah, you can't get hard water off with a scrubber and squeegee either, can you? No. But hard water removal is fantastic because a lot of people do have it. And especially in commercial areas where you have reflective glass, or you have tinted glass, or you have any of that stuff, it's more something they can see, and they all have sprinklers. Sprinklers are the number one culprit for hard water, always. They are what puts the water back on the glass, and then they don't adjust the sprinklers, and then it gets really bad, and then you have to come in. And then you say, make sure to adjust the sprinklers. Have the sprinkler company come out ASAP and fix that. They, of course, do not, and you end up having to go and do that again in like a year. And then you say the same thing, and they still don't. So, hard water is awesome. Now, if you have a glass renew, you can use a glass renew for hard water, and it is insanely fast. But if you don't, and you're not doing scratches, but you're only doing hard water, I'll tell you, one Restore, it's an acid, you literally RTU, ready to use. You just pour it in a pump-up sprayer, new pump-up sprayer, don't mix chemicals. Spray it on the glass, cool the glass with water if you need to first. Spray it on the glass, spray it again, keep it wet with solution, don't let that acid dry on the glass. 30 to 60 seconds, hose it off. Do not squeegee it off, do not scrubber it off, hose it off. Do not use pure water, hose it off. The amount of water is the dilution. Dilution is the neutralizer. Hose it off. It looks amazing. If you got to do a second coat because it's real bad, do it. That stuff's like $53 a gallon. And again, we're charging $25 a paint. You can make, $1,000 on that. 10, 250, maybe 40 windows. Maybe. Okay, for $50, we'll say you can make 500, we'll say. If they're bad, I've never really done the math, actually. But you can make a lot of money. It's super fast. It's there. It can be done right away. So if they say, yes, they want it, it's great. But again, we're talking about restoration. Both of them work great. Can't use that inside. So if you're doing showers, that's another kind of upgrade because people ask about it, but it's kind of out of our wheelhouse of window cleaning. Yes, I know it's glass, and it's one that I don't really do. I've done probably a dozen of them, maybe. We've done that many, not me personally, but it's not something I totally do. But that has to be a paste. It's time consuming. It's a whole other thing. Can't use acid because of fumes. But hard water is actually a great one. And another one that is a good add-on that you really do think it's not in the wheelhouse, but I'll explain it in a second. But it's gutter cleaning. Now, gutter cleaning is gross. Our minimum gutter cleaning is $249. A lot of people do $299. Absolutely. Because here's the thing. If somebody's like, oh, I just have a one story, I don't want it. Okay. I'm okay with you saying no. Gutters are gross. You stink like a gutter all day. No matter if you wear gloves and everything else, it's absolutely just a stinky, dirty process. If you have a gutter vac, that's another tool. It's expensive, $2,600, something like that, I think, right now. It's fantastic for wet gutters. Any moisture in there. Dry, crispy leaves works, but not as well. That's something you could just scoop out. But the wet stuff, clog stuff, man, it works so good. That's the only way you can not be stinky when doing gutters. So we like gutters, but they're not. The guys don't like doing gutters. Now, if you want to give them a bonus for any gutter that they do, give them an extra $20 or something, do that. It's worth it for them. But gutter cleaning is an add-on because our trucks have ladders. Now, if you're water feeding, you're probably still carrying ladders because of inside windows or any of that stuff. Maybe you do a lot of gutter cleaning. That's why you have ladders. So people always say, well, since you're here, can we get it's a good add-on for that, even though it sucks and it's stinky. Now, even if you're using gutter vac, you don't need ladders, which is fantastic. But it can still be an add-on because it's still assumed window cleaners have ladders. It's like every siding truck that you see. Those are the ones that have like 300 ladders stacked on top that look like things are going to tip over. If you got the ladders, you'd be like, well, while you're up there. I'm guessing they get asked that a lot too. So it's a great add-on if it's something you want to add on. It smells. Our joke was that it's squirrel poop, which, by the way, okay, I try to pick out stuff to see who's really listening, who's paying attention. And if you're still listening to this episode, you've probably already told me a comment of all the services, but either a second comment or your only comment should be the words squirrel poop. If you put that down, I will know that you listened and you have the same sense of humor that I have. And I think it helps the algorithm. And if not, it's just fun for me to see. I get people all the time like, hey, so I saw this episode and everybody kept saying like squirrel poop. Then they want to listen because they don't know what, and a lot of people don't. Anyway, put that down because I'm a nerd and I think that would be hilarious. So do that. But that's what we always used to joke. That's why they smelled so bad in gutters. But if you got standing water and you have leaves, that is absolutely the building blocks of the most fertile soil you possibly can. It's breaking that down, and that breaking it down is why it smells. It smells kind of like a swamp because what swamps are, or like dirty ponds, is just broken down biological matter in water and water that doesn't move. So you get stagnant, algae, gross. Anyway, it's a good one because the worse something is, the more somebody wants to pay you to do it. That's why window cleaning is what it is because so many people hate window cleaning. It's very hard to get windows perfect unless you do this all the time, which you do, and you get it perfect all the time because of that. So gutter cleaning is a good one. Man, again, minimum charge $2.99. If somebody says no, okay, it's an add-on. But here's the other thing. Gutter cleaning is huge to be able to get new customers in the right time of year also. Think of that. What if you get a customer in fall that wants to do gutter cleaning? Hey, so thanks for calling XYZ window cleaning. We also do window cleaning. Could I interest you in getting them both together? We can give you a paired service. Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? It's fall. Fall is the second busiest time of the year. If you're in a cold climate, you can't get gutters done once they freeze. So you're doing a lot of gutters in the spring. Guess what? We do a lot of window cleaning in spring. It's a great add-on. It's a great way. It's a great excuse to break the noise, to get in, to talk to customers. It's a really good one. And the last one that I have in the list is the best option. And I think that every window cleaner on the planet should do this. And it's pressure washing. Now, some of you call soft washing. I get it. But hear me out. I think every pressure washer should be doing windows, and every window cleaner should be doing pressure washing. And people go, well, you're telling everybody to be a window cleaner? No, hear me out. It is such a perfect pairing that if somebody calls and they go, hey, yeah, I'd like my windows done, and you guys do house washing, I need my house washed too. No, I'm sorry, we don't. Well, let me call a house washer here, so I schedule them first, and then I'll have you guys pair. They call a pressure washer who does both. They're not calling you back. People want to pair services that have to get done at the same time. House washing and window cleaning have to get paired at the same time. You can't do your windows and then come back into your house wash after that, right? So it's a perfect pairing. You get to control it, and here's the best part. If you do a house wash to do windows, especially if you have a water fed, all you're doing is detailing after that, and it takes you like 10 minutes to do windows. And even if you're like, hey, if you add window cleaning, it's $149 to any house wash. It took you 10 minutes. But here's the other piece. Pressure washing, say, is a 50% of the market. Window cleaning is the other 50% of the market. You get to contact all of those people. Sell pressure washing, house washing, roof cleaning. Sell that and then upsell windows. Sell window cleaning and upsell houses. I'm telling you, if you just opened up to pressure washing, soft washing, you've now increased your entire market of customers. You've increased all of the ways you can advertise because everybody's looking at like, what ads should I do? And your ads all seem to be the same. Well, now you can do a gutter cleaning ad in the fall. You could do a house washing ad in the spring. You could do window cleaning pre-spring. You can do pressure washing in the summer if you're in the south and everything turns green. You now open up all of the seasons, all of the opportunities, and all the people. Really, really hugely beneficial. And house washing is incredibly simple. I know anybody who does house washing, they go, well, yeah, it takes a while to get good at it. Yes, I know. But it's another service that's just really a simple service. All you need is SH, sodium hypochlorite, which is like bleach, stronger kind of. A surfactant, which is the sticky part of soap. We sell that. And water. An X-Jet pressure washer. Done. You now can do house washing. It's that easy. All you do is water the house. Kind of. Practice. Do it, But there it is. House washing pricing starts at $3.99 on houses. Goes up from there. It's great. You're opening up the services and you're not leaving the wheelhouse of exterior services. That's the big thing. Again, master or jack of all trades is a master of none. And then people go, yeah, but there's a more. I'm not listening to the whole saying. I'm not going to read the whole book. I'm telling you this: if you do everything, you're not good at anything. But if you're an exterior cleaning company, you're good at exterior cleaning. That could involve gutter cleaning, roof cleaning, soft washing, window cleaning, scratch repair, hard water. You see? Now, all of a sudden, our exterior cleaning service does all exterior cleaning services. Remember, when I said in the beginning, your company gets to be a light. You get to pick a laser or a floodlight. Don't open it so much up that you're not focused on anything. Stick to being a laser. Pick a few services that fall into the exterior cleaning and do those services. It opens it up immensely for you. It gives you bigger opportunities, more customers, more things to talk about and break the noise. So if you're not doing add-ons, do add-ons. Now, if you're still listening, I'm going to give you shameless plug number 2. But first, if you're putting squirrel poop on the comments, I'm excited for this one. Please do that. I am a rep for windowcleaner.com. The only way I make money, one of just a couple ways, is by putting orders in. And it costs you not 1 penny more. Not only that, but I make sure you get your free gift. It's still locked in under your account, so you can always go back and see. You get confirmations right away. You get all of that stuff. But by me putting it in, I can check your fitment. I can add stuff to your cart. I can take stuff out. I can make sure you get your free gift. And more importantly, I get credit for the order. And if you want to, see me exist in this world, I kind of have to make some money doing that. So please let me do that. 862-312-2026. Weirdest shameless plug ever. And also, I'm talking to you. Why have you not gotten the American Window Cleaner magazine yet? I've been talking about this for how long? You still don't have it? Go to awcmag.com. It's $69, brah. Go get the subscription. It is a year. 12 months, you'll get this magazine shipped to your door for $69 plus. Every month comes with a sticker sheet, of course. You'll be in the know. You'll follow the trends and see the things. And you'll get to just be a nerd like me. Also, check out Jobber, because really blown away by that. And I figured I would mention it. Discount code for Jobber in the notes. I also have a discount code for Responsibit, which I've known those guys forever. Which is pretty cool. So if you want any of that stuff, go down, get it. More than that, hopefully you are out there doing some add-ons or increasing your reach, but more importantly, go out there and be epic.